What's up, guys? Palmer here at Flippin' Vans. We're gonna show you how to do a sink setup today. If you're using one of these that looks anything like this, chuck that thing out. Do not use those pumps. We're gonna show you today what you need to use. Welcome to Flippin' Vans. We're a van conversion company here in Denver. We're a bunch of friends here to help share pro tips, funny content, and be a one-stop shop for everything you need to live your best van life.
La la let me be. La la let me be. La la let me be free.
Instead of that uses hoses and hose clamps and is pressurized, we've had some issues. Those things spew everywhere. Get yourself a C-Flow. Make water work for you. That's quite a catchphrase there. This is what you want it to look like. We have all of this linked in the description. Go buy one of these today. Before I even tell you about it, this is what you're gonna want. Reason for that is all of this is threaded. Everything that's threaded is gonna be a lot better for that pressure. These are also lower pressure and they're quiet. So inside any van, any RV, you're gonna want one of these C-Flow 12-volt pumps. I'm gonna show you today how our sink setup works. We have a cool little setup here to show you, and then I'll show you one inside a van, but just a few little tips and tricks, and everything that I talk about will be linked in the description. So first things first, again, it's gonna be this thing. It comes with a strainer. Let's see what else it comes with. It also comes with things you can put on if you wanna use hose clamps, but again, remember I said no hoses, no hose clamps, get rid of those. The next thing you're gonna want, we use a jug. We cut a bit of a hole into it. Get these guys on Amazon as well. You're gonna cut a bit of a hole, figure out whichever one works for you, whatever you need in your van. Maybe you're gonna use a lot bigger one. This I think is a 6-gallon freshwater tank. And then I put a PVC pipe in there, which I put a cap on too. And then this thing that we came up with, maybe we didn't come up with it, is this quick connect garden hose connection. So you're gonna put this in, drill a hole in the top of this cap, and then it'll actually seal with your little valve on the outside there, which is great. Then the thought is, and I'll show you our setup again, but thought is you're gonna use this quick connect. You can just clip it right onto there anytime you wanna use it. So here's this guy in action. Make sure for all of your fittings, you're using a lot of that quick tape. This stuff, right? Plumber's tape, great stuff there. That's Home Depot, that's good stuff. Same with the PVC pipe. But you're gonna want all these connections to be really solid. So here's that quick connect. Here's how that works. This is just on your jug. You can take it off, you can fill it up. This clips right on, sealed up, great to go. Then you're gonna want this connection here, which is gonna thread, that's a 3/4 garden hose connection up to a 1/2-inch pipe connection. So this is your faucet line. You can use any length of those, but I have one linked in the description. We use about 20-inch, normally works for underneath our cabinets. But again, you might need different lengths, different things like that. And the 1/2-inch is also gonna go directly into this strainer, which comes with the pump. So that's all hooked up here, you can see. We got the C-Flow pump here. That thing just has to be wired. So that's wired up to our battery right now, which is on a switch here that I just mocked up for us, but it is connected. So we're gonna have it working here in a minute. This is all threaded, so coming out, make sure you follow the directions of the arrows. The arrows on these things, you see those are just on the top. I've done it the wrong way before. If you connect that the wrong way, it does not suck water out of your jug. So just make sure you see those. They're kind of hard to see, but once you see them. And then the strainer also has an arrow on it. So that has to go in line in front of, it'll tell you in front of the pump. Then we're coming to here. So now I'm gonna show you, I have our sink, our faucet here. This is another thing that's linked from Amazon, great product. It comes with a hot and a cold hose. At first I was like, how the heck do we plug up that hole? Because if we open that hot side, it's just gonna start leaking out that side. Found the answer. Another thing that I linked in it for you, you don't have to do any research, any looking into this, trial and error. We've messed up on this so many times and had so many sinks leak. What it is, it's gonna be this little 1/8 plug. Whoops, oh, I caught it. I'm an athlete. Okay, 1/8 countersink plug there. That thing, so you're gonna pull off the hot valve or the cold line, unless you're using 2 lines, but most of you probably aren't in the RV, in the van. Make sure that you got a good amount of tape on that, so we're gonna tape that up with our plumber's tape, just right around this little guy. It's just a little plug, but it's important to have. get yourself one of these Milwaukee tools. I don't know what it's called, Allen wrench hand things. And then you'll see in here, there's 2 spots because I pulled out that hot. We're just gonna fill this right here and just screw that guy tight into that hole. Now we're completely sealed up. The only place water can go in and out is on the cold side, which is what we want. This comes with the sink. So here's the sink here. The other thing that's awesome about these sinks, again, this one exactly linked in there, is it comes with this 1/2 inch connector that goes directly into that sink line and then directly onto the side of our pump. So it has all that you need to attach it to. That's great. So we've got that thing hooked up in there. We're going to put a little bit of plumber's tape right here onto that, which I already did. We're going to, it's easier to feed it if you pull the bottom things off of the sink. So let me see, I'm gonna put this right back on. So these are the things that came on the sink, but I just pulled them off so that it was easier to take out that red line and then again to plug up that hole. This is all stuff that took lots of trial and error, and we want to save you guys some time and some effort. You can use a lot of different faucets. The nice thing about this one is it's small, it'll fit nicely in your van if you have a smaller sink. If you're doing like a taller Sprinter or ProMaster, you might want to go for one of the bigger ones that can kind of pull out or be moved around, use it as a little shower, have a little bit more space. But in our van, this is what we're gonna go for. So this is just a tightener it comes with, it's awesome. Drill a hole in your countertop to fit that sink. I think it's 1 1/4 inches. Make sure you measure that to be sure. Then this thing's draping out here. We're just gonna hook that right up to our pump. Tighten that guy on. Again, I already put a bunch of plumber's tape on there, but make sure that you're using that stuff as well. Get yourself a little crescent wrench. Come in here. Make sure all these fittings are tight. You only wanna have to do this once. You don't want it dripping back in underneath your countertop and then having to go in there after the fact. So just making sure that this thing's tightened up. Then we're gonna hook this quick connect up. Okay, bada bing, bada boom. Where's my bottle so we don't get water everywhere? First things first, we're gonna turn the pump on. We like to use these little switches that have a light on it, because once these pumps draw, they're really quiet. Once they are primed up, they're actually silent. They don't make any sound, so it's nice just to say, oh, okay, I can see my sink still on. Turn that off when you're not using it. But here we go. If all is good, takes a second to prime. There we go, we got water, baby. That's it. No leaks anywhere, except for right there, because I don't know how to fill a bottle. It's all threaded connected. Everything's good to go. Again, with those other pumps, they're pressurized when they shouldn't be pressurized. They're like 85 PSI when it's off. They will just blow up, they'll be leaking. Water leakage in the back of your van is something you do not want to deal with. So go ahead, find all the products linked in the bio. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.